Okay, Gabby, let's get to work.
Wow, you learn quick. I must be a really good teacher.
Follow my lead, kid.
Whoa, this sounds good.
Hi, friends. I'm Martina Castro, host of the Vivo Songbook Podcast, a show where we dive deep into the story and songs of Vivo, the movie from Sony Pictures Animation, streaming now on Netflix. Welcome to the Vivo Songbook bonus episodes, heretofore known as Bonusodes, where you'll play games to learn how to speak the language that brought Gabby and Vivo together.
The language of music.
Everyone at home, you might recognize my co-host's voice.
Hi, everybody.
You sound just like Gabby, but you're not Gabby, right?
No, not exactly. I'm Yunarli Simo, the actor who plays Gabby in the movie Vivo.
Yunarli, I am so glad you're here because I cannot imagine a better person to be my co-host as we dig into the magic of Gabby and Vivo's friendship.
Aw, thank you.
Are you ready to launch into our first game?
Yeah, let's get started.
Okay, today's game, how to find a special rhythm in Latin music called syncopation. And here's our guest instructor for the day.
My name is Alex Lockamore, and I am the executive music producer of Vivo.
I know Alex. He's a musical genius.
Yes, he's a composer, and he's worked on a ton of Broadway shows and movies. And of course, he was Lin-Manuel Miranda's right-hand guy to write the music for Vivo. So he knows a thing or two about Latin music.
If you love music and you love rhythm, then you can learn about Latin music.
Today, you'll just need to listen and tap along. So let's get ready to feel the beat.
Hey, Yunarli.
Yeah?
Did you know that every song has a heartbeat? A steady rhythm that keeps going even when the music changes. Here, listen.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody knows that's called the beat of the song, Martina.
Okay, I know, you're right. But finding the beat of a song can be a little hard. Friends at home, try it with us. Just tap your foot or tap a surface along with the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll keep the beat playing with that clicking sound so you can really hear it. Awesome. Okay, so now you know how to find the beat of a song. But that special rhythm I was talking about in Latin music called syncopation, well, it's special because that syncopated rhythm is not on the beats we were counting.
Huh? Where is it then?
Well, it's in the space between the beats we were counting. Here, listen. Now tap along to the beat just like we did in the first exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, whatever you do, don't stop tapping on the beat. We're going to strip away the instruments in the song to leave just the piano part. Do you notice how the piano is playing on a different rhythm? The notes land before and after you tap. A little trick to find that space between the beats is to put a word on it. So instead of counting 1, 2, 3, 4, musicians count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and there. Can you hear it? Can you hear those spaces? That piano is hitting right between the beats when I say and. That, my friends, is called syncopation.
It's syncopated. It's ahead one beat.
Yep, it's a syncopated rhythm, and it's one of Latin music's signature moves.
You hear that there's a rhythmic complexity within it, and I just love that.
All right, friends at home, Think you can try tapping a syncopated beat?
Yeah, let's do it.
First, I'll tap my foot to the beat. That's on the 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, try to clap on the syncopated beat, the space between the numbers where I say and. Yanarli's going to do this first round with you, so you can clap along with her. Ready?
Let's give it a try.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
Love it!
Okay, now we're going to try something else. Yanarli's going to stop clapping with you, so you can try clapping the syncopated rhythm on your own. You'll keep hearing my foot tapping on the beat. If you want an extra challenge, try stomping along with me. But now you want to focus on clapping on the spaces between the beats. It'll sound like a stomp, clap, stomp, clap, stomp, clap. Ready? Go. Okay, now for the real fun. Let's try finding the syncopated beat of a real song from Cuba. Okay, now we're going to stop clapping and stomping along with you. Ready to hold it on your own?
Hold on to that syncopated beat.
That's it. You've learned syncopation.
So that's a real signature Latin move, which I love.
Now you can practice spotting the beat of all your favorite songs by tapping your foot to the 1, 2, 3, 4 and counting out loud. Then clap between those beats to make a syncopated rhythm on the spaces and make the music feel a little more exciting. You can also practice with a friend.
Totally.
Well, that's it for today's bonus-ode.
Thanks for playing with us. You did great.
And thank you to our guest instructor, Alex Lacamoire. The Vivo Songbook bonus-odes were written and edited by our lead producer, Martine Chaussard, our editor, Natasha Ruck, and me, Martina Castro. They were mixed and sound designed by Giovanna Romano Sanchez. They include original compositions from Luis Gil and were mastered by Martín Cruz Farga and Daniel Murcia. A big thank you to our consultants, Andrew Barkan and Polly Hall from the Ear Snacks podcast, who also contributed to our games. You can stream Vivo anytime over at Netflix or listen to the podcast about the story and songs of Vivo, the Vivo Songbook, wherever you prefer to listen to podcasts. See you next time on the Vivo Songbook bonus-odes.